Welcome back to the place where the glitter peels back to reveal the truth underneath. You're watching Whispers of Turkish Stars, the home of deep dives in sharp intuition, where we stitch scattered clues into one compelling picture. If you've sensed a peculiar shift in the last 48 hours, you're not imagining it. The Turkish spotlight has tilted, and at the very center of this sudden tremor is a pair of names that always command attention: Alina and Navruz. What's unfolding isn't another casual selfie or a routine endorsement. It feels like a swerve into a new era, a move that could redefine how this couple is seen, not just at home, but everywhere screens and billboards reach. Before we venture into the fog of London, the secrets of Flormar, and the rumors of a new base abroad, make sure you subscribe to Whispers of Turkish Stars. If our brand of meticulous, cinematic storytelling speaks to you, tap that join button to support our independent work. Your love lets us keep chasing the stories others miss. Now, let's open the curtain. The past 2 days have been frenetic. While the industry whispered about ordinary negotiations and safe deals, a revelation landed that left even seasoned insiders breathless. The bombshell? Flormar and Alina joining forces. To grasp the scale, you need to see beyond a standard ambassador announcement. Flormar isn't simply a cosmetics label. It's a 75-year legacy that grew from Turkey's beauty counters to the dressing tables of millions across more than 100 countries. It is a global giant in the middle of a modern resurgence, and the partner they've chosen speaks volumes. By selecting Alina, Flormar isn't just chasing star power. They're aligning with a current of elegance and a lively, contemporary fearlessness. Alina's visible joy for color, skin, and the rituals of self-care has lived on her socials for years. She hasn't merely been hired, she's been a de facto representative of this lifestyle since her earliest, wide-eyed days on set. Sources familiar with the deal say this won't stop at commercials. Word is that product development labs are already buzzing on a line that reflects her taste. Lip color families curated by Alina herself, plus a stage-ready skin selection built to recreate that camera-proof glow she carries under heavy lights. This is more than a campaign, it's a handshake between a worldwide brand and an actress clearly ready to test the international waters. Now, a question for the Whispers of Turkish Stars family. Is this collaboration the opening move in pushing Alina into true global icon territory, the way Hollywood faces become entwined with European couture houses? Tell us what you think in the comments, and remember, our members get priority in Q&As, so hit join if you want a front row seat. While business watchers dissected contract strategy, fans, the real sleuths, zeroed in on something more elusive. On December 4th, a date we'll revisit, Alina posted a selfie that stubbornly resisted simple explanation. At first glance, it was clean and understated: a wool beret, a weighty dark coat, a steady gaze that felt almost still against the camera's glass. But in the background, the world was a cool wash of industrial gray. The light was soft and milky, stripped of Istanbul's familiar golden slant. And the caption? 2 words heavy with intention: new beginnings. That image did not look like Turkey. Everything about it hummed with northern air. Wisps of wind teased loose strands of hair into motion, hinting at a cold front nowhere near the Bosphorus yet. The post cracked open a flood of questions. Is she sneaking away for a little breather? Scouting? Or has a bigger decision quietly been made? It's no secret Alina has spent years investing in English, working with tutors and coaches, bending sound and cadence to fit different worlds. Seeds planted in private may finally be pushing through frost into a gray, unfamiliar skyline. Our Whispers of Turkish Stars community pounced on the details. The color field behind her, the texture of the stone, the wintry softness of the light, those cues narrowed the location to 2 strong theories. One camp argues for Notting Hill, with its muted, romantic palette and gentle winter daylight. Another points further north, Manchester. The faint cling of moisture in the air, the understated industrial mood, reads like Manchester's winter signature. Why Manchester? Because it's a creative engine, a city where media, music, and grit refuse to stay in their lane. Eagle-eyed followers even noted the upload time synced suspiciously well with early morning in the UK. Whether it's the capital or the north, one thing seems undeniable: Alina is away from home, eyes fixed on a horizon still out of frame. But why go now? Why wade into English winter? Here's where it gets electric. While New Beginnings stirred Instagram, whispers from behind closed doors started to click into place. The story goes that Alina and her team have spent the last 2 months locked in heavy Zoom rounds. Think top-tier international casting agencies, the kind that steward global names across borders. The rumor mill insists Alina has signed NDAs with not one but 2 major UK agencies. The chatter points to something very specific. A miniseries slated for a major digital platform. Not a blink and you miss it cameo, this is a lead, a romantic narrative anchored entirely in the UK. And the twist? The male lead is said to be none other than Navruz. You heard right. The project everyone calls a dream pairing might actually be preparing to test their screen chemistry in a new language, on new streets, under a new sky. The production timetable floating around the industry charts a start in February or March 2026. That syncs neatly with everything we're seeing now. A production insider dropped a quietly crucial line: if this greenlights, Alina won't be relocating forever, but she will be living in England for a mandatory prep period. Suddenly, New Beginnings isn't a farewell, it's an expansion. Not closing a chapter on Istanbul, adding a chapter elsewhere. There's another dimension that cuts through all the soft romance talk. People who track Alina's routines noticed her training has moved from graceful to intense. She's not just stretching and posing, she's drilling. A crew member from an earlier project hinted at something that nudges the genre into unexpected territory. Alina has been working with international trainers on conditioning and action choreography. Action, inside a romantic frame, suggests a hybrid beast, a romantic thriller, maybe an espionage spine with a love story running through it. Picture Alina glued to London asphalt in a chase, hair whipping in the rain, then stepping into a close-up with Alp for a scene that hurts a little, the way the best love stories do. It's a fresh version of her many people haven't seen, a side sharpened and ready to surprise. And yes, a quiet thread in the gyms has Alp showing up too, slipping in for targeted sessions and lending steady support, the kind that doesn't shout but changes the mood of a room. Now, about that date, December 4th. Longtime followers will recognize the weight it carries. It's tied to an earlier, much-discussed stretch in Alina's life, a phase where her name and Alps were yanked through rumor mills, break headlines, soft reconciliations, and the kind of speculation that digs its nails in. In the past, that day could stir up nostalgia and old noise. But by choosing December 4th to stamp New Beginnings, Alina is doing something far more strategic. She's rewriting that date. Reclaiming it. The quiet chorus from people in the know goes like this: Alina is choosing the future over the loop of the past. By planting her new timeline on a day loaded with memory, she's telling us the only clock that matters is the one she's building now, with clarity, with purpose, and with a partner who appears to be stepping onto the same path. Taken together, the UK pivot, the Flormar partnership, the training that suggests adrenaline and finesse, the picture is fortified by a simple truth. Right now, she's winning. Alina's latest film on Prime Video has been holding steady in the top 10 since it landed, circling social timelines with warm words like nostalgic, heartwarming, and classic. In a season where multiple platforms pushed limp year-end scripts into the queue, her project stood out with texture and ache and follow-through. For international producers, this isn't just a compliment, it's the proof they seek. She moves an audience with her, and that's the only currency that matters when deals cross borders and languages. She is bankable. So what exactly are we witnessing? A woman in her stride refusing stillness. The Flormar alliance functions like a visibility engine and a financial accelerator. The Prime Video performance supplies data, the kind of unarguable metric that executive rooms respect. And the UK whispers offer the creative cliff to leap from. Put simply, Alina is striding into the boldest stretch of her career, and if the rumors land the way they're aligned, Alp is right there matching her step for step, not as a shadow but as a second lead in a story that will demand both tenderness and steel. We hear the phrase New Beginnings tossed around every week on social media. Usually it's attached to a new cut, a new trip, a new color on the bathroom shelf. But for Alina, in December 2025, it swells with a deeper resonance. It sounds like metamorphosis. The skin of the purely local star sloughs away to reveal a player willing to carry her craft onto unfamiliar streets and stand it up against different standards. The London fog, or is it Manchester's quiet mist, might be thick, but the line she's walking has never looked straighter. It's a path away from the softness of what's been safe and into the charge of what could remake how we talk about her. And for those of us who have watched the arc from the beginning, there's a special thrill in this. We're not reading headlines after the fact. We are watching the shift, live. Now we want your voice. Does Alina have what it takes to conquer the European market on her own terms? Do you want to see Navruz opposite her in this whispered UK miniseries, or do you have a different dream cast for the chemistry test of the year? Fill the comments with your best picks and boldest hopes. If this breakdown lit up your feed, hit like, share it with every Alina and Alp supporter you know, and make sure you're subscribed to Whispers of Turkish Stars. Tap join if you want to keep these investigations sharp and frequent. Your support keeps the lights hot and the cameras rolling. Thank you for watching, and remember, if it's stirring in the shadows of the spotlight, Whispers of Turkish Stars will bring it to you. We'll see you in the next video, just as the next clue drops.